I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in about the Democratic primary. I'm going to vote for Barack Obama. And the reason why I'm not voting with the majority in the polls is because during the Clinton years, they started NAFTA and got the ball rolling on globalization. And just as Ross Perot said, we're going to hear a loud sucking sound, and that's going to be the jobs going to Mexico. Well, now we're hearing the loud sucking sound, and the jobs aren't only going to Mexico, they're actually leaving Mexico for China with globalization. As Barack Obama said, you know, there have been some economic winners and there have been some economic losers, and the middle class, because of this, has lost a lot of ground. Not only because of this, but the hiring of illegal workers. It's made our value, our work, less valuable. And we've lost a lot of ground to the people who have money working for them. They don't actually work, their money works for them. So, and I can't say I don't envy it, but they've been the economic winners, and it's time to level the playing field and get a little more sanity into our policy. Not only that, you can see some of the problems that we're experiencing now as more and more things come from China. We don't have enough inspectors, and certainly they're not inspecting things there. You know, they're sending things with lead paint and contaminated food, and God knows what else we're getting from there, because we just don't know. These things, well, maybe they would have happened in the United States, but a heck of a lot less. They were more responsible when the factories were here in the United States, and now they think they can get away with anything. The other thing is Hillary Clinton is more of a corporate politician. You know, I think they've got their hooks in her a lot more. I know she's taking donations from corporations. I'm really kind of sick of that. The legal bribery that goes on in Congress with the corporate jet rides and green fees and parties and you know, all the campaign financing and the little tricks they pulled to get money to the politicians. Barack is definitely against that. He finances his campaign through the internet, small donations. I'm sure, you know, there's probably something slipped through here and there, but he largely is avoiding that, and he's against what's going on in Congress. And really, it takes away the right of one man, one vote, because once we elect them in there, they put forward policy slanted towards the rich, the corporate pharaohs, I call them, you know, who got their hooks in over there. So, you know, just think about that. The pharaohs, they're looking for slaves over there in China and India, where there's no working regulations. But anyway, that's another subject. Barack Obama is looking to level the playing field for the middle class. He wants to reverse some of those ridiculous tax cuts for the super wealthy, who really do not need them. I mean, they're not struggling to put kids through school, make their mortgage payments. They've got everything. They don't need Social Security or any of the so-called entitlements from Roosevelt, which, by the way, the Republicans want to get rid of all of them. Workman's compensation, unemployment insurance, all the safety nets for the middle class. They don't need them, and they in fact, they're paying for it, so they want to get rid of it. And that's the whole idea behind the Republican Party. Also, you know, Barack does very well in debates. He speaks very well. You can tell that he thinks things out, that he's a facilitator of coming to a consensus. He, like I said, he articulates his plans very well in the debates, and he has a very presidential demeanor. Unlike, you know, the president we have now, the C student, he will do very well. As far as that goes, he also was against the war before it happened. He foresaw the fact that, you know, it was going to be a fiasco, and by the way, you know, a common fool like me could figure out that it was going to be a fiasco, that we were doing Al Qaeda a big favor by taking out Saddam, who was a secular dictator. They wanted him out of there. Iran wanted him out of there. Of course, Israel wanted him out of there too. But they're not going to find any more security when this mess is over. Obviously, they're going to be a sister state of Iran, and there is nothing that we can do to stop that. I think he understood that. Let's see, have I covered everything that I wanted to cover? I think so. That about sums it up. Barack Obama is presidential, well educated. He was against the war before it happened, which is show that he had the foresight. He is a conciliator, the kind of person who will work with other people to get things done. He's for the middle class. He wants to balance the playing field. He wants to get the corporations out of influence out of Congress and make it one man, one vote. I mean, why wouldn't you vote for him? The only reason a lot of people say, well, talking with other people I work with, well, he won't win, because he's black. Well, that's racist thinking. Even though you may think, oh, he's the best man for the person, for the job, but you won't vote for him because you think he won't win in the general election because he's black. That's racist. You have to get over that. He is the best man for the job. You have to vote for him. Get him, and he will win against the Republicans. The man is capable. It's obvious. Anyway, folks, those are my thoughts on the Democratic primary.